3 of the engagements to Cunami. And we're a couple of minutes late because we didn't want you to sit here and stare at us while we were trying to stream this into the group. Because it is like a 20,000 step process, Stacy. Am I being modest?
That's accurate.
Okay. Yeah. And so she's trying to get it into the group right now, but we are going to get started here in a second. So I'm excited after seeing all of these contest submissions. You guys, listen, you're listening and you're taking notes and you're applying what you're learning to these reels. And I know a lot of you may be a little frustrated going, oh my gosh, I do not know what I'm doing. But I'm telling you, if you showed up and made that video for this contest and it was easy, then you waited way too long to get started. Because we remember being frustrated, so frustrated making videos and doing them again and starting over and then losing them and then not being able to, it's just all those things. You feel like you've lost your day. This is, I would consider failing forward, but it's such a great lesson in what works and what doesn't. So please learn anything that came out of this that might have been frustrating for you or as maybe a struggle as a lesson, because we can look at the things that we can optimize, the things that worked and the things that didn't, so we can make them better. And that's why we're here. So we're really excited about today because this last power post that we're going to be talking to you about is going to be very powerful on how you show up with your product and who you are with that product. And we see this done wrong all the time. Listen, we did it wrong enough, long enough, and got tired of not getting paid for being able to help someone. And we want you to be able to show up and corner this industry with ninja marketing skills, with a servitude heart, and the ability to truly have confidence moving forward, to not help one people, but to be able to help 100 people in one day, if that were the case. And that's why we want to teach you how to work smarter, not harder, by putting these trot lines out, helping people figure out who you are in less than 10 seconds so you can magnetize these people to you. I would rather have 100 followers of people just like me that love me, that get me, that want to be with me, and I want to be with them, than 100,000. Because I can change the world with 100 people that want to change the world with me. Can I get an amen? You know what I mean? Yes, thank you. I love seeing the hands. Hallelujah, right? Let's go. All right. So we have the power, we have the ability in ourselves to be able to do that. All you need is a system. That's it. You just need a system. And in the last couple of years, ChatGPT coming on the just the site of all network marketing and sales has changed everything. It's changed the course of the way we show up because it can make things simpler. And I will tell you, in the beginning, when it first came on, Stacy knows, because I was on a Zoom talking to somebody that was an expert with this, and I'm sitting there going, nope, I will never use it. It takes all authenticity away. You're not genuine. People are going to see through it. You're a robot. Never, right? And in the beginning, I really felt that way. But in the last 2 years, ChatGPT has taken all of those concerns and turned it into something that can help you. Not make it not you, but help it make you so much like you that it can give you content for days, for weeks. And while this is not about ChatGPT, I do highly stress that you start looking into it if you haven't, to be able to help you with your content. Because the last thing you need or want is to not show up simply because you're in your head. We never want that. We're going to fill your tool belt this last day with some goodness. Stacy, how's it going?
We're streaming. Third time's the charm.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Stacy, can you give me co-host, please, so I can let people in?
Oh my goodness, you absolutely can. Absolutely, I would love that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Awesome. Okay. Look at all these beautiful faces. All right, we're going to get started. We have a lot to cover today, and we are just going to get right to it because we want to make sure you get all that goodness. I think I have an issue. I have so many tabs open right now.
That looks like mine. Mine looks like an accordion. There's so many, you can't even tell what they are.
It's a little ridiculous. I need to work on that. But anyhow, it's all good. So power post number 3 is the intro post. And I will reiterate what I said yesterday because I just want to make sure that it's clear for everyone. There is overlap in these posts because, again, it's more about the genuine connection with the person we're trying to magnetize ourselves to than it is about just the minutia of how to actually write a post. We're always trying to market to the heart, not the head. So there's always going to be some elements that you're going to see over and over again because people are people. And that part of things is never going to change. Since the dawn of time, people have been wired a certain way and they're still wired that way. And if you get really good at understanding basic human psychology and what pushes a person to make a decision, then it becomes so much easier to be a really good marketer. And the other thing is, as Nicole and I were talking about it yesterday, you would be shocked actually at how not good at marketing most people are.
Yeah.
So if you're here, so you're already better than most. I can say that with a lot of confidence because I can see that what you guys are posting, what you're doing. If you're paying attention at all, you're going to be at least in the top 20 percentile. And if you pay attention a lot, you're going to be a wicked, lethal marketer. So just want to say that. So our intro post basics. This power post is exactly what it sounds like. It's an introduction. You will be introducing yourself to your audience. And in particular, you're going to be sharing who you are, what you do, and how you help people, specifically them. Now, remember, you're creating content for the newest person who probably doesn't know anything about you. This is so important to understand because every time we train, somebody asks us, well, are we supposed to just keep saying the same thing over and over again? Like, aren't we going to be repetitive? Yes. Yes, you are. And if you always think about the fact that you're making content for the newest person, they have not heard it before. One of the biggest mistakes marketers make is they stop doing things that work because the marketer gets bored. This is the same reason why people change companies, like they hop around, like they change their underwear too. It's not because anything happens to the product or that there's really a problem with the business. A lot of the time, it's that they get bored and then they go into another environment and they get their spark back and they get inspired. And so they start doing really well and they say, see, I made the right decision. Well, you could have created the same results where you were. It's just that you needed some fire under your butt. And that's what you did to get that fire, right? So you have to understand that it's not boring to the new person who's seeing you because they have not heard it before. And your existing audience, when they hear you repeating yourself over and over again, they actually feel like they're part of your posse because they can mouth things with you and they feel like they have a really cool connection to you that the new person doesn't. It makes them feel a part of something important. So it doesn't bother them at all. It's quite the opposite.
Okay, let's get to the basics of the intro post. You should never assume they've heard it all before. This is going to be one of the biggest things you need to walk away with. If you need to write this down and put a Post-it note on your steering wheel before you make a video or you put a post up, if you need to put this in your notes or lipstick on your mirror in your bathroom, I don't care. This is a very powerful lesson because sometimes it doesn't feel right. But any good marketer knows that your job is to put new eyes on your content every day. And it's simpler now than ever before. With all of the algorithms that are built in and all the amazing analytics that we have our hands on with all of the social media and SEO platforms. So never, ever, 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 ever assume they've heard it all before. And we can't get in our head, like Stacey said, if they have, because I can't tell you how many people have, like Stacey said, mouthed my tagline. I always say, girl, I got you. It's so many people that reach out, and I've had people say, you're annoying. I hate that. Here, I've had more people say, I love that. And I say it with you. Oh my gosh, Nicole, that's so funny. I've actually started saying that because you say it. So please know that people that are paying attention every single day and the new people, it takes 6 to 12 exposures. So maybe they're hearing it for the 10th time. I would have never gotten involved if network marketing, never gotten involved if they hadn't reached out to me on the 6th month. I said no. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5. My circumstances changed. And I said yes. And it wasn't to the opportunity, it was to the product. And because of the product, I opened my eyes to the opportunity. So understand you truly are leaving money on the table if you're not getting back to the basics and repeating over and over and over how you helped solve a problem. Your audience is not a standing army, it's a moving parade. As such, you need to keep introducing yourself in different ways to keep your audience in the know about you and what you can do for them. We were talking to someone in VIP yesterday about the pillars that fit around that one thing that they want to solve. Because I guarantee you, if you have one issue, one problem you want to solve for someone, and you go put that in Google or ChatGPT and you ask for 20 things or 20 angles that can help people that are XYZ age or experiencing this or concerned with that, I guarantee you, you're going to have so many different pillars that are wrapped around that one thing where your audience keeps coming back to you because you have become the authority.
Yeah, exactly. And for those of you who have the ChatGPT prompts, you now have learned how to train ChatGPT to know you really well and know your person really well. So once you get that training out of the way, you literally can go in there and say, hey, I want to do a series of reels, or I want to do a live, or I would like to do a bunch of posts that solve this problem. Can you share with me 5 different ways I can, or solutions I can give them to solve that problem based on everything that you know about me, about them, my product, my business, and what I do. And make sure you make it sound exactly like me. And ask me any questions you need to ask me to do that to the, utmost success and accuracy. And you will learn how to phrase things the right way. Go back to that ChatGPT prompts checklist and really go through it if you have it. If you don't, well, you will get to know ChatGPT through trial and error and working through it. But when it gets to know you, this becomes an invaluable tool, like Nicole was saying. So your intro post steps, again, scroll stopping hook. This is never going to change because humans won't change. It's Distracticon 5 out there 24/7, right? Um, People are, you need to stop them. And this is almost true even in person. When you see somebody across the mall and you're waving your hand like a crazy person and they're looking all over the place, we're always distracted. So the online space, no different. This is never going to change. You're always going to need to remember that step no matter what you're posting, no matter what format it's in, no matter what platform it's on. But with the intro post number 2, you're going to mention who you are. Then share a little anecdote or fun fact about you. It's especially powerful if it shows your vulnerability. And we're going to give you an example, obviously. But these are the things that don't show up in your content when you're using a teleprompter. These are the things that don't show up in your content when you're over scripting and trying to be perfect. And that's why you're failing, because this isn't a dissertation. You're not presenting a thesis. You're trying to connect. Some of you are trying so hard to be impressive that you have lost the ability to connect to a person. You're wholly unrelatable if you're overly impressive, right? And this is where people with a lot of credentials need to sometimes bring it down a notch, okay? Number 4 step, how you help people. This is a very simplified version of an I help statement that we talked about already. I help X do Y through Z or Z. And then 5, proof or proudest moment that has to be related to the purpose of the post. And this is going to make sense to you when we go through the example, but just make note of the order of things here because it is important. Then you want to connect that to your purpose or your mission. So in other words, we're drawing out the lesson for the audience. Then we're going to paint them into that picture and end with a call to action. So there's a lot going on here, right? But it's all there with purpose. And you're going to see when it plays out how powerful it is.
Okay, let's get started. This is what it looks like. So you know this, right? The scroll stopping hook. Here's a great example. I never imagined I'd end up sharing this, but here it goes. Here it goes. So remember, when you share those, not just a talking head. Remember, what if somebody asked you a question that you didn't want to answer? How would you respond? How would you show up? Remember, action, even your hands, can make someone stop their scroll. It's funny. It's like, okay, so super fast. This is really important too. This is a great tip. When I get my nails done, the guy that owns the salon is always asking me, he's like, okay, Nicole, what color are we going for this time to stop the scroll? Because he knows he knows that I make videos. And he's like, okay, let's go with this color. Let's go with that color. And so this time he went with blue. But what happens is if I show up like this, it literally stops somebody if they're scrolling because they see my fingers. It's a crazy thing. But it's that distraction for them to at least stop and listen to my sentence, listen to my hook. So come up with clever ways, coffee mugs, it doesn't matter. And you don't have to do it every time, but just realize you only get 15% of somebody's brain when they're scrolling. So we want to optimize every tool that we have.
I hope you can't hear my son. He's playing video games and oh my gosh, he's really so loud. Sorry if you guys can hear him. Snow day in Canada. Okay. Step 2, who you are. Share the key things about you that are relevant to your ideal audience. This is not a resume of achievements. Just like yesterday, we talked about not sharing a timeline when you're sharing a micro story. Same thing here. We don't need your resume. This is one of the things that makes me so crazy. I know Nicole agrees with me on this, so I can out her. When people put their ranks on their profile. If you have stuff on your Facebook profile that says you're a double diamond, triple dog, fire hydrant, you know, glow getter, whatever, stop it. Please stop it. It's the same thing if you put the name of your team. Stop it. Do you understand? The people you're trying to attract, they don't know what that means. They have no idea what a double diamond is. For all they know, you could have, achieved a $50 bonus, or you could $5 million a year. They don't know what that means, right? So we have to start thinking about the person that we're trying to help and get into join the conversation they're having in their head and imagine what they're thinking. So whenever you make a marketing decision, rather than just listening to the person telling you to do it, because we talked yesterday about how sometimes leaders have been successful for so long that they never actually learned how to market the right way because they built offline. And then they just came online and they already had so much influence, is ridiculous. So no matter what they do, they're going to crush it, right? They can just post a picture of their sandwich and get 300 comments, but that doesn't mean that that's good marketing. So whenever you make a marketing decision, you need to ask yourself, my perfect person, when they see this with what they know, what is the reaction going to be? So imagine somebody who doesn't know anything about the profession and they come to your profile and you've got all of these posts about people's rank advances and welcome to the team and the rank they hit and the amount of bonus they got and this and that. And they've got stuff just like, it's like a clown threw up everywhere, right? And they're looking at that. What do you think they're thinking? They're thinking, what the hell is this weird cult? That's why we get this reputation, right? So it's really important as a marketer, and I hope that doesn't come across as a spank. I really want you to be good marketers. I want you to get really incredible results. That's not how you do it. So we don't ever want our resume or our achievements or our status or any of that being the focus. You have to be interested more than you're interesting. Okay? Just remember that. It's really, really important. So for example, my name is Allison. I'm a married mom of 3 from Boston. Okay? See how simple this is? We overcomplicate everything. This is my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. Yeah, Stacy, what is your tagline? Mine is Mother 5, Wife to 1. What's yours?
I don't have a tagline like that. So it really depends on the video. But depending on what I'm talking about, I will introduce myself in different ways. And I don't want to confuse everybody, but I keep it really simple. So for example, for an entire year and a half, I would always say, you know, my name is Stacy Hall. If you're new to me, I lost 44 pounds of menopause weight. And I just like share how I did that.
So good. That's
Right?
so good. People want to know.
Yeah. And now it shifts because sometimes I talk a lot about anti-aging. So
Right.
I'll say more about follow if you want more anti-aging tips like this. Anyway.
I love it. Okay. So the antidote or fun fact, this is always fun. And you really don't have to overthink this. Share something about you that endears you to your ideal audience and shows a bit of vulnerability or quirkiness. This will be a real connector. I know Jay was asking us in VIP about this. He's like, can I be funny? Oh, wait, no, it was Jay, but it was somebody else. It was a beautiful friend from across the pond.
The one who
And
spelled her product all over her room and it looked like a
yes,
murder scene?
she was shaking it and it looked like a murder scene because it like exploded. And I'm like, that is freaking hilarious. I love that. Don't make your mess your message. Don't do it on purpose. But if you are just a little bit behind all the time and you're a little bit quirky or you're a little bit clumsy, it's kind of funny. And you don't lose your audience. They don't lose respect. They immediately connect because you're human. That's what we want to be. We never want to be impressive. Being impressive is just so off-putting. Oh my goodness. That's not what we want. We want to be the real connector. An example, I have an incurable shoe obsession and a Starbucks bill that would make most husbands faint. That's hilarious because people, her demographic, would totally get that. They're like, yeah, I use cash. My husband doesn't even know. So you've got to think about little things like that really connects to your person on the daily. So good.
I love what you're saying there, Nicole, about being quirky, because we're definitely quirky. There's no doubt about it. But if you're like the kind of person who's just always losing the plot, trust me when I tell you, you're so endearing. And people who are like you, who are always losing the plot, are going to be so drawn to you because you're giving them permission to show up anyway, unapologetically and imperfect, as we all are. And so when you hold up that mirror to them and you're like, look, you're all quirky and you have trouble following the bouncing ball, but it's cool. We're still out here making a difference.
Yeah, you guys, be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself. I had somebody on a live tell me in the comments, you're unprepared. This is taking too long. I'm getting bored. And I said, oh, and you know, her name was Karen, and I hate that her name was Karen because everybody wanted to attack her for being Karen. But I said, hey, listen, Karen, I'm not your person. I said, no hard feelings. Scroll on. Bye. Yeah. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. This is who I am. And if that's not you, that's okay. Again, you're going to repel people the more open and honest and real you are.
Yeah. I get people telling me all the time I talk too fast, and I'm like, you just listen too slow. Pull up a chair.
Yeah. Right. Be confident who you are for sure.
Exactly. Okay. Number 4, how you help people. This is going to be a more laid back I help statement, like I mentioned before. So your traditional I help statement for a social media bio, if you were going to put it in your bio, right, is going to be I help who do what through how. I help X do Y through Z. Same thing. I would make note of that and go through all your bios and make sure you're actually telling people this, giving them the information they need to know. If they land on your profile and within 3 seconds, they don't know instantly that you are the right person for them, they will bounce. This is how you get more follows. Be clear, not clever. Okay, this is really, really, really important. For so long, people had such flowery branding because people who were teaching branding were just like, they wanted to be wordsmiths. But this isn't poetry class. This is marketing. If you want to be a wordsmith, write. But don't bring that into your bio because it confuses the holy heck out of people. So, for example, if you're saying things like, help people shine brightly and live their best life with purpose, that means Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It's bum fluffery. So we have to push that out and we need to be clear. I help people earn extra so they can start funding the cottage by the lake they want to retire in. Can we be clear? Yeah. Okay. Enough. So example of a laid back version. Those minor obsessions led me to starting a little side hustle 4 years ago that turned into a mega passion for helping women like me earn a little Starbucks and shoe money while being a dedicated mom full time. I missed a word there, but it's okay. So you see how it kind of just has a more chill vibe, and it's spoken in the vernacular of the perfect person that you're going for. So rather than saying this sort of stereotypical things that marketers say, like time freedom, money freedom, those words don't mean what you think they do to people. This is network marketing speak. We don't want to use that kind of language. We want to speak the words that are meaningful to the person we're trying to attract. And for this person, she wants to earn enough for that shoe obsession and that Starbucks obsession, so she doesn't have to have awkward conversations with the hubs. That's what it means for her, because she's a full-time homemaker. That's where her passion is, but she still wants to have a little fun and feel like a woman, right? A little Shania Twain all up in there. Okay, there you go.
Proof or proudest moment. Choose a way to back up what you're saying with proof, or highlight an area where you've really grown or stepped up. Keep it related to the purpose and content of the post. This is a very inspiring transition right here, because we always want to be able to show where we finally felt the hope. Like, things are going to change for me, because people that are watching you, sometimes they're ready for that change. Sometimes they're still watching. But again, with those 6 to 12 exposures, they start to actually feel like maybe this can happen for them too, no matter what it is, no matter what the solution is that they're looking for. So the example, I never imagined this could be possible, but at this point, I've helped thousands of women learn how to bankroll the extras from their phones while doing what moms do. It doesn't have to be thousands. It doesn't. Dozens. I've helped dozens of moms. Do you know even dozens of moms, to a mom that feels like she's on her own island, what that means to her? That you've helped other women, even if it were just one person to the right. That person got help. And now they can actually make some money too, to pay for whatever it is that they need or want from their phone when they have extra time in the nooks and crannies. Yes. Right. So this example is great. I love this. We said this, I think both days. Toot your horn. How do you help people? What have you helped people accomplish? And no one on this right now has not done anything. I promise you. I don't care if you started a week ago and the only 2 people that's purchased product from you is your mother and your sister. You've helped them. You help them check out. You help them, you talk them through it. And maybe they're in the course of feeling better. Maybe they're in the course of having silkier hair. Maybe they finally have better insurance and peace of mind. What have you done? And what are you going to continue to do? You should be proud of this. You should be impressed with yourself that you're helping people with whatever it is that you're solving.
You know, I think in some ways, Nicole, it's even more powerful when it isn't thousands. Like, I think we take ourselves too seriously. If you were on a live and you said, oh my gosh, so I just started sharing these products with people because I just love them so much. And, you can share your story, obviously, but for the sake of this example, because I love them so much. And today, I actually helped my mom and my aunt get started, and I could not be more excited for them. And I know you want to be the third one I help. Come on, ladies. Who's going to be number 3? Like, I would totally play that up.
Totally.
You don't need to exaggerate. You don't need to avoid because you feel like you haven't accomplished enough. Be secure and proud of where you are. And by the way, if you're a part of a team that works well together, help each other. Say, the people that I work with have helped thousands of people get started on these products. And I'm personally so excited to be a part of that. You don't even need that one person to be able to say that. So we want you to connect that to your purpose. So this is designed to kind of bring them into your mission and pull out the lesson by creating like a bit of a mic drop moment that makes them think about their current situation. And we want them thinking, me too, never who cares. If they're thinking who cares, you've completely missed the boat. They should be thinking, me too. She gets me. He understands what I'm going through. So for example, I'd take boogers and marker drawings on the wall any day over sitting in that cubicle that used to bear my name, because I don't want to miss any of the moments, the firsts, the giggles, the wins, the bruises, all the messiness that is life. Do you know how much that resonates with moms who want to be home with their kids? It's speaking their language, right? I remember, this is so much so that I remember, Nicole, you sharing a story about wiping boogers off the wall. And I remember at the time thinking, only a mom would understand that, right? But it's just it's such a vivid moment for a mom. These little things they do, drawing with Sharpie behind the door, and you don't see it till 4 months later because you never open the door that way, because it's always, that happened to me. I'm like, when did this happen? Those moments are so connecting for other moms.
Yeah. So good. Number 7, paint them into the picture. Oh, this is so powerful. And people are not doing this. And this is going to be your ninja skill set right here. This is going to be that defining thing that takes you from a marketer to a ninja marketer and starts to get more eyes on your content than anything else. This seals the deal. Get them imagining themselves alongside you on the journey. I'm here for it all, and I want to help you have the same opportunity. I want you to be able to choose what matters most to you and your family, and then help you get it on your terms. All you need is a desire, a mobile phone, and a Wi-Fi signal. Do you know what happened in that moment? I advocated for the people that are looking for a solution, and I want them to know I'm in their corner, and that they're not going to be alone, and that they don't have to do this by themselves, and that I'm going to help them every step of the way. And they find that out in 15 seconds. Powerful tool.
Right. And if you help people in other ways, like say you're not in network marketing and you help people by coaching them in a health and wellness journey, or you're helping them, deal with their anxiety, or you're whatever, you're a coach or a different type of situation than a
Or
network
real estate
marketer.
agents. Real
Or a
estate
real estate
agents.
agent.
Holy moly, that would be huge.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah,
great
huge.
example. Or an insurance agent, or
Yeah.
whatever you do, your version of the intro post is going to be slightly different, but every step still needs to be there. You're just filling in the blanks with the things that are relevant to how you help people. Everything hinges on that. So you may not say anything about an opportunity if it's not an opportunity that you're promoting. You're obviously going to wrap this around how you help them. I want to help you be able to XYZ result. So you're just going to plug in the relevant details to your personal situation and how you help people. But the steps are always going to be the same. And number 8, the call to action. If you, what your perfect person feels or wants, then the call to action you want them to take, right? If you're curious to see if this may be a fit for you, drop me in the comments below and I'll fill you in. If you're on live, a call to action that works really well is to say, if I put you in front of a 5-minute video to explain how this might be a fit for you, would you watch it? If so, drop yes in the comments and I'll get that right over to you. Okay. So
good.
Make sure they know what that next step is. Okay. And I know some of you are like, well, you can't do that in the comments. And if you're on TikTok, then tell them to send you a heart on Instagram. Don't overthink it. Okay.
Sure, they
So,
will.
yeah, exactly. We're going to just read through the full intro post so you can see what this looks like in post form. Now, if you are doing a reel or TikTok, it's the same. You're just saying it to the camera, right? So I never imagined I'd end up sharing this, but here goes. My name is Allison. I'm a married mom of 3 from Boston with an incurable shoe obsession and a Starbucks bill that make most husbands faint. Those minor obsessions led me to starting a little side hustle 4 years ago that turned into a mega passion for helping people, helping women like me earn a little Starbucks and shoe money while being a dedicated full-time mom. Now, listen, if you're saying this on video, don't read it. You're going to be saying it, so it's going to sound more natural, right? You're going to be leaning into the camera and you're going to be saying things like, oh my gosh, I never imagined this would be possible. But at this point, I mean, I've probably helped thousands of women learn how to bankroll the extras. It's pretty cool. Like that's more the energy you're going to have when you're saying this stuff, right? You're not reading it. I just want to make that clear. Okay. I mean, I'd take boogers and marker drawings on the wall any day over sitting in that cubicle that used to bear my name because I don't want to miss any of the moments, the first, the giggles, the wins, the bruises, all the messiness that is life. I'm here for it all. And I want to help you have the same opportunity. I want you to be able to choose what matters most to you and your family and then help you get it on your terms. All you need is a desire, a mobile phone, and a Wi-Fi signal. Curious to see if this may be a fit for you, drop me in the comments and I'll fill you in. So simple.
So simple. Okay,
That is there.
I have a question for everyone. Drop me in the comments if you use a bio link on social media to be able to share your products with people. Just drop me. I want to see how many people, because I want to blow y'all mind. Am I going the wrong direction? Clearly I am. Oh, good. Look at that. Not yet. Yes, Jay. Jay gets that bio link when you're ready. Okay. So a lot of you, this is going to be really, really, really ninja. This type of intro power post as a reel, as a video, could be at the top of your bio link. So when they come to check you out, you can put it on autoplay. So like as soon as it pops up, it starts to play and they get to know you. This is one of the best connections I've ever had by having an intro post on my bio link. Another thing you can do, ready for this? If you use Instagram, create a carousel. Every sentence, every paragraph can be a carousel, be a different post in a carousel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these are hot right now. They are trending like mad on Instagram. So you make different posts and maybe they're pictures of you, like just those lifestyle moments where you're working with your kid, just because this is what we're talking about. I'm using children and young moms, right? But you're coloring with them. Maybe you have a picture of them playing or whatever it is. And the text is over each picture. And then at the very end, it's a picture of you advocating for them and giving them a call to action. And that can be pinned at the top of your Instagram. Powerful.
Yeah, you can put it in your highlights too. I highly recommend having a highlight on your Instagram that is your intro post. Very powerful. The other thing is it's a great ATM option. So for those of you who aren't familiar with that, it's called add tag message. In this context, you can actually pin this. And when you are in conversations with people and they're asking questions, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go tag you on something on my profile that I think you might want to see. And you can just go tag them on your intro post, right? You have that option too. You got to think outside the box. And I would share this into your stories. If it's a minute or less, share it into your stories every day. Every day. As long as it's bringing you leads.
DAR.
Nicole, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. I lost you.
Yeah, is off of mute.
Oh, is that what I heard? I thought it was
Yeah.
you.
I can't find them, and I also can't mute anyone. So I think it's iPhone 7. Okay.
Oh, Sarah, can you make sure everyone's muted? That would be great. So this is the thing about power posts that we need you to understand. They're pinnable anywhere. You got to think outside the box. There are highlights on Facebook. There are highlights on Instagram. You can pin them as a reel. You can pin them on TikTok. You can pin them on Instagram. Obviously, you can pin them on Pinterest. You can put them in your stories every day. So just remember that. It's very powerful. Okay, so as a TikTok and reel, clip 1's going to be your hook. Clip 2, who you are. Clip 3, an anecdote or fun fact that shows your vulnerability. Clip 4, how you help people. Clip 5, proof or proudest moment. Clip 6, connect to your purpose mission. Draw out the lesson. Clip 7, paint them into the picture. And clip 8 is going to be your call to action. Nicole has made the video today that will be in your resources. Again, when we're done the training, you will have access to the worksheet and the template. At the very bottom will be the video example that you can click on and watch and model and make your own version. Just plug in the steps, the clips based on how you're going to introduce yourself to your ideal audience. And it doesn't need to be a video. It can be a post. It can be a live. It can be a story. It can be, right? But this is a video version because it's easier to get the idea across this way. And by the way, it's the most powerful way for you to make money. It just is. Short form video is. And so before we wrap up today, do we have your permission to share something with you that we think will help you master your marketing and get superior results in your business? Because it is all about mastering your marketing. And as we've gone through this workshop, it's so obvious the things where there's a disconnect, where some of the old habits are becoming more firmly entrenched. And it's not anyone's fault. If you're not taught how to do things and why to do it, then you just follow what other people are doing. And sometimes they're creating success for other reasons and not because they're necessarily good marketers. So I can't see the chat, but Nicole, did we get permission?
We did get permission from several people.
Okay, good. That's important. Because mastering power posts, especially as short video, has transformed our businesses and made our life a lot more fun. So this is a picture of Nicole and I went to a leadership retreat. We've been on a few of these at this point. A big mansion in Destin, Florida with our team. Well, some of the leaders, right? The big leaders on our teams. And it was just the most incredible experience to be able to be in the same room in this big fancy house on the beach and just have the best time ever. These are the kinds of things that happen when you're able to create superior results in your business. You start topping leaderboards, you start hitting those ranks, you start getting those promotions in your work, you start bringing in those high-paying coaching clients if that's what you're doing. Life is just more fun, isn't it? When people are coming to you and you're able to impact their lives in a really powerful way and get paid what you're worth to do it. That is critical. We have way too many people in the online space who are volunteer content creators for way too long. We want you to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're impacting people, you should be making money. So no apologies. And this is exactly why we put together a comprehensive system that you can follow step by step to reach your goals and dreams. We see so many people struggling to create success in their online business. It's because they don't have a micro niche. So drop me in the comments if this was the first time you ever heard of the concept of a micro niche. Most people are never taught this. They don't have influence. They don't have an audience. You need those things in order to win. And so we want to share how you can learn exactly step by step how to do short video the right way to build a loyal audience quickly that eagerly buys from you and joins you just like we did. And you're going to be able to make those into power posts anytime you want at the drop of a hat. You're going to do it quickly. So for those of you here who are fed up with burnout, you want to stop struggling, you want to stop second guessing, you're ready to get serious about massive results without spending your whole life on the phone. We're going to share with you a way that you can have everything you need to crush it online with short video. And if it's right for you, we want you to dive in with us. If it's not, then that's fine. But we know for many of you, this is the answer. And of course, we're going to throw in some cool bonuses because that's how we roll. This is our SOS 60 method, selling on social made simple. We talked about it very briefly yesterday, and we got a ton of comments and messages asking for more information. Here it is. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the fastest way to turn your short video form into profit. Even if you're brand new, even if you don't have any followers right now, right? Because we talked about this during this workshop. Nicole and I have started new accounts many times, and we keep creating the same results over and over again. Because why? Because we're not unicorns, because it isn't a one-off, because it's not luck, because we didn't hack the algorithm. It's because we know what we're doing. And it works, not just for us, for our students too. And this is the full comprehensive short video how-to course. If you want to follow along as I quickly go through this, because I don't want to spend a ton of time, but if you want to see the details, you can go to sos60method.com/enroll and follow along. And as you're watching this training, you've learned about the processes we use to sell the holy heck out of products, actually to the tune of 47K in sales with 2 simple reels. We did that. Nicole and I actually had 2 reels that garnered us over 47,000 in sales, and they're still earning today. So you're starting to understand that getting good at short video is the fastest way to build an engaged audience and skyrocket your sales and signups, even if you're starting from scratch. And some of you, because you're consistent and you already have your micro niche, and maybe you have some influence already, you might be able to take what you've been taught in this workshop and go crush it. But most of you are probably going to need some help. So here's what the SOS60 method course can do for you. It's going to make you really good at short video and power posts. And it's going to give you a serious advantage over everyone else who's promoting the same thing as you. And there are many. It will help you build a big, wildly engaged audience of your perfect people who hang on your every word. Remember what Nicole was saying about people mouthing what she says at the end of her videos. When you have an audience that like literally can't wait for you to drop a video, things land differently than when you're marketing out of a position of desperation or lack of engagement or no audience or like lack of clarity about your messaging. It just sucks. This lands different when you have the right people around your campfire. It's going to make it easier to get consistent sales and signups in your business so you can earn more, stress less, and make a bigger impact. We want to take all the guesswork out of knowing what to do and how to do it, even if you're really not tech savvy. We've thought about everything to eliminate the confusion, frustration, the overwhelm about how to grow your business and start hitting those promotions. We want to make creating content and coming up with ideas a breeze without being glued to your phone. Some of you are on your phone way too much. We used to be those people, okay? And we want you to stop feeling like you're failing and start getting bigger results and have fun. Some of you are not having any fun in your business anymore. You always feel like you're crash landing into every day. And you're seeing all these other people get results, and it always feels like a sucker punch to the gut because you know you can do it. Why isn't it happening for you? That's not fun. You're not having fun. You should be having fun. Like our buddy Omar. This dude's a rock star, okay? He's used our strategies and went from a couple hundred views to tens of thousands in just 10 days with 5 videos. And they had over 500 comments each. He also used one of our suggested hooks and immediately attracted 8 people wanting more info on his product and 4 that set up to watch his business opportunity video. Awesome, Omar. And Amy, who did just 2 videos using our framework, and she 7x'd her views instantly. She went like, the most here she was getting like 122, 273, 1,500 views. One video to the next. Brienne, who following our strategy did one video that she thought was super cringy. She didn't even want to post it. She got 3 hot leads off it. And Kim, who hadn't posted on TikTok in over 6 months, she posted one video using our framework, got 1,637 views and more than double her former average. Instantly. Valerie, great decision to take Stacey and Nicole's course. I can't wait to start the next one. She didn't even show her face. Still got 80% more saves than ever before. And that's important because saves mean they really, really, really like it, and they're probably going to share it. Okay. And it goes on and on. Jean, Teresa, we've got so many testimonials at this point. We could probably stay here for 24 hours and just roll through them. So here's the course at a glance. There are 6 modules. Each contains 3 categories. Housekeeping, things that we want you to watch out for. Your lessons, where you're going to get your alert on for real. And there's a tech corner. This makes all the how-tos simple. We literally let you watch over our shoulder as we do all the things you need to do from a technical perspective, so you do not get hung up on what buttons to press. That should not be stopping you from creating massive success. So we've thought of everything. We have 6 modules: the setup, tech, your influencer message, being watchable, show me the money, and important extras. And this is what it looks like, okay? With the setup, you're going to learn how to set up your TikTok and Instagram accounts and profiles. Now listen, social media changes. There could be another social media platform that springs up in 3 months. The point is, when you learn how to do it with TikTok and Instagram, you can repeat it on any platform because it's all the same. It's just the buttons are in different places. You have to understand the psychology and the reasons behind what you're doing, and then you can implement it no matter what social media platform goes away or comes. It's irrelevant because you're going to know what to do. We're teaching you how to work and how to think. We're not just giving you the answer, although we are doing that. It's way more than that. You get full walkthroughs of how to make TikToks and Reels from start to post, how to create a winning profile with examples, and so much more. So in the tech corner, we're going to show you how to record the video, how to upload, how to edit in the app, how to add your texts and captions, music, effects, filters, all the things. Module 2, you are going to love technology when you go through this module because we make it so easy. It's ridiculous. How to write your descriptions, how to add your hashtags, creating your video thumbnail, what posting looks like, how to place things properly in the frame, getting the links for your videos, and so much more. Module 3, your influencer message. What to talk about. This is probably the biggest thing people say. 2 things. I don't have anyone to talk to, and when I do, I don't know what to say. Right? So we are going to help you nail your one thing once and for all. Okay? How to figure it out. How to write the stupid I help statements. I know how frustrated you get. I get it. I've been there. How to find those content ideas. How to hack the algorithm. Because yes, it does feel better when you know how to navigate the changes, which are inevitable. We don't want you to feel like you're a victim of it. We want you to understand hashtags, how to use your keywords, the basics of SEO, search engine optimization, and how to search for those hashtags to get the right ones so that you're way more likely to go viral. Drop a comment if you're kind of a little excited right now. We haven't even gone over module 4, 5, 6 yet. Anybody like, oh my gosh, I needs this? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Number 4, being watchable. Getting people to watch you. What to look out for lighting, background, sound, how to do those visual cues to stop the scroll and keep people's attention. How to show up confidently if you don't feel super confident on video. How do you do that? How do you get more confident? We're also sharing the pass test with you, which is something we use to see if your content will land with your audience or if it's going to get them to scroll on by. Your tech corner, how to do stories from a technical perspective. How do you do them? How do you create playlists? How to use highlights on Instagram? How to pin your videos? All the stuff. Module 5, show me the money. Right? Who wants to make some more money? Say I, right? We want you to understand the difference between making money and vanity metrics, what you need to pay attention to and what you don't. You're going to get our viral video blueprint. This thing on its own is worth so much, I can't even tell you, but it's here. You're also going to get our FaceTime effect blueprint, which is how to use micro storytelling in your content the right way. How to close sales using short video, and so much more. And in the tech corner here, we have 240 faceless video templates. This alone is worth the price of the course, honestly. 240. I mean, if you reuse a couple of them and you're kind of like just get creative as you're learning, this will last you a year. It's crazy. And it just comes as part of the tech corner. And module 6 is all the important extras. We were planning on making this a 5-module course. And then when we got done, we're like, Nicole, they need to know this, they need to know that. She's like, oh my gosh, Stacey, we also need to tell them this and we need to tell them. So we realized that there were some extras that we thought would fill in some gaps that you might have with everything you already learned through the course. So we're actually going to share with you the content to conversion path, how we get people from the comments into conversations the right way so that you can convert more often. The ins and outs of bio links. The art of conversation. How do you navigate that? How do you know what to say? Our going live blueprint, so you know exactly what a live broadcast should look like from start to finish so that you get the most sales while you're live, while you're actually live, you're seeing the notifications come in. How do you do that? You're going to get that blueprint. Also, compliance and staying out of trouble. This is very, very important. This is very important. And Tech Corner, how to do stitching and duets, checking your analytics. We're going to teach you what to look for in your analytics, what you need to pay attention to help you learn how to get better and better really fast. One of our mottos is screw up faster. Everyone screws up. But if you can learn to screw up faster, you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everyone all the time. And knowing how to check your analytics is a key piece to that equation. How to add a picture to your video, like on the screen so you can point at things, right? Doing keyboard shortcuts. So your phone does all the typing for you and you can just click a couple of letters and a number or whatever, and you don't have to type everything all the time. This will save you hours a week in responding to lead flow. How to check if your account is in good standing so you don't have to wonder if you're in trouble. That feeling is not good. So we're going to cover that. That's a lot of value. We estimate that that's probably worth at least $3,112 for all 6 modules of this course. And I know you're probably wondering about the price and the next steps. I would be too. Just so you know, coaching with us in our elite mentorship program, $12K. It's a great program. Love it. We have amazing humans in that program. To hire us for an hour intensive is $1,497. This is absolutely true. Somebody just asked about it yesterday. True story. Trying to learn all of this through YouTube and trial and error is very time consuming. You know how we know? Because we did it. At one point, it's super frustrating. And then we got smart and started hiring people. Anyway, not taking action because you don't know what to do is costing you big time in more ways than one. You have no idea. This is so much more affordable and simple. And it's fun. It's fun because we're fun, I think. And so that's $3,112 in value. But of course, you're not going to pay that. You get everything, the whole SOS 60 method course. What if it was $997? I just want to stop here for 1 second. And Nicole, you can weigh in if you think I'm off base here. But I think even at $997 for everything that we're showing you here, what if you just had one video go semi-viral, not even viral. You just got, let's say, 100,000 views on a video. And that brought you a ton of people dropping your word in the comments, wanting to learn more. And you got an extra 10 customers from that video. Just 10 customers. You didn't even recruit anybody. And they go and order one of your packs. And that's just one time. What would that be worth to your bottom line? How quickly would you pay off $997 if they bought again the second month? Even half of them, if only 4 of them bought again the second month. I mean, seriously, you would have earned back what you paid for the course in a month. And that's just if one video did okay. And most people who implement what we're teaching do a lot more than okay. So I just want you to think about that. But of course, we're not going to charge you $997. $247. entire thing. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And of course, you're going to get bonuses, but it gets better because we have payment options. You have the option to pay in full at $247 or 3 payments of $97, less than $100. You can get started today for the whole course. It's ridiculous. I almost cursed there, Nicole. I got excited, but I held it back. I held it back. I'm very proud of myself. So here's what you're going to do next. Naturally, if you implement everything we just shared with you, you're going to see amazing results. There's no doubt. Go to sos60method.com/enroll, grab the course with all the bonuses, and start getting more sales and signups than you ever imagined. Here are your bonuses, okay? You are going to get 2 implementation call replays from our Instant TikTok Influencer Masterclass. Nicole and I used to hold these classes, and they were one of our most wildly attended classes ever. And our implementation calls, their strategy and implementation calls, are always our most attended events. We're going to give you 2 replays so you can learn from the conversations and the coaching and the mentorship and the answers to questions that we gave people all around short video for a free bonus. Our business building apps cheat sheet, we share with you the tools we actually use every day in our business that help us work smarter and not harder. The actual tools that we use. You're going to get a detailed breakdown of those 2 viral reels that we did that led us to bringing in over 47K in sales in less than 30 days. Less than 30 days. And this is like going back a year and change. It's still making us money. And you can hack our strategy. You also get full support in our Members Lounge Facebook group, which is you're only eligible if you are actually a customer of one of our products. So it's a private exclusive group. And you will get that with the SOS 60 course. So all of this, you're getting $1,038 worth of value just in the bonuses, over $4,000 in value altogether for the 2 for $247. So head on over to sos60method.com/enroll. And of course, there's no risk. If you go in there and for some reason you don't see value, it would blow my mind, because seriously, if when you see what's in there, it's so over delivers, it's ridiculous. We could sell this at 10 times the price for sure. But if for whatever reason you don't think so, we'll give you your money back. Okay? You got 30 days to check it out. No risk. It's an incredible deal. And if you want to get more sales and signups in your business, you can finally build the loyal audience that hangs on your every word and hit those promotions, earn more, impact more. Stop being on your dang phone all day and missing out on your life. Okay? Okay. We want you to crush it. So take advantage of everything we've put together here for you, okay? It is an incredible deal, but this crazy early bird pricing is going to go away soon. This is an early bird price. We have sold this for considerably more. Some of you may know that. So don't sleep on it. If you feel called to get better in your marketing, don't sleep on it, because this is the cheapest you're ever going to see it. Okay. Any questions popping up that I need to be aware of or that you've seen, Nicole?
Well, somebody wanted to know, are there things that I have to get? Is it just 247 or do I have to get other things? No, it's 247. It's 247. I promise. Go in there. It's 247. Because we know what you're saying. Yeah, no, you can get it for 247. And there are some people that are saying, oh my gosh, if I get this, who's going to help me implement it? I need help. I need coaching. I need coaching. Well, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention in the group, but we are blessed with 2 incredible coaches, Lee and Amy. And I know they've been answering a lot of questions for you. They've had incredible success in network marketing. And they are 2 coaches that we work with that are amazing. And they also have a program. And they have a 1-month intensive. So if you jump into this SOS and you need them, look at the intensive that you get with them, because you get 4 sessions with them and you get Boxer access. And you can say, okay, I'm trying to do this video, Amy. What am I supposed to do? Hey, Lee, I'm not sure what call to action to use. Can you help me with this? Well, you get them. And that's an incredible gift to have those 2, because they show up like the bomb.com. They want you to succeed. And every time they do an intensive, it takes someone from here to here. because sometimes you've got to rely on somebody else's best thinking because you can't see yourself inside of the frame, right? So make sure that you check that out if you feel like you need that one-on-one or that two-on-one, to just be able to solidify all of your ideas and get on the right track.
Yeah, and of course you're going to be in the Facebook group. So when you're in our members lounge, like
Yeah.
we're in there. We're in there, like we go through fits and spurts. Sometimes we're in there a whole lot and you're going to be so sick of us. So, we don't just drop you off at, drop you off. I was going to say at the train station. That would be really nasty. At the curb, and let you go through things on your own. We're not like that. We don't roll like that. But I just wanted to make sure that we handled any questions. And then we're going to share the winners of the contest too before you guys pop off super, super quick. But I just want to make sure that I get any questions answered that are here. It's immediate access, Lena. It's the course is already complete, so you can go through it at your own pace. You will get immediate access as soon as you register. All 6 modules will be unlocked for you. Please go through them in order, though. We did contemplate dripping it, and we did that the first time because we wanted people to go through it in order. But we are going to give you full access. I don't know if that's wise, but we will. And just be disciplined and go through it in order. Don't just skip over things because you're like, I just need this answer, because you're going to start to get yourself confused and you're not going to build the platform from the ground up. It's going to be all wonky by the time you finish building your platform. So, yay, I'm so glad you're excited. That's awesome. Cool. Very cool, Lori. Okay, I'm going to quickly share my screen again. If more comments or questions come in, we can definitely answer them. But I just want
let's do
to
that.
make sure we share those winners for you guys before you have to pop off.
Louise, everybody can take it at their own pace. Just take it at your own pace. Those videos aren't very long. We wanted to make sure we're very cognizant of that. So we give you very direct steps. And so you go, some people can do it in an hour. Some people take days. It depends on you. Depends on you. Okay, contest winners. I'm excited about this.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Thank you to everyone who played, by the way. You are automatically a champion for just being vulnerable and putting that link down and letting us watch it and, putting yourself out there. You cannot win if you don't play, and you can't grow if you're not willing to risk having someone give you feedback. Feedback is the most valuable gift you will ever be given. People pay us a lot of money for our feedback. So and we pay people a lot of money to get feedback for us. And sometimes some of them are really grueling. Like we've had people kick our butts, man, and it hurts, but it's so good for your growth. It's really good for your growth. Like we've had people say things like, what were you thinking? And we're like, I don't know. So it's all good. So I applaud all of you. All right, drum roll, please. 3rd place for $50, Nicole Nedelko. Woo woo.
Okay, we are going to put a post up inside of the group, so you'll be able to check out the videos yourself. So Nicole, I'm excited about this. Are you here, Nicole? Let us know if you're here. Nicole is awesome. She did something super simple, but I loved it. So basically she took the concept and she turned it into a 10-second video. And that is a very powerful thing because our videos don't have to be 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes long every video. It could be a 10-second video. Very powerful. She showed no words, just captions. She showed it before. It was like a lifestyle reel where she's with her kiddos. And this is before she lost weight. And so we're seeing her in action. And then all of a sudden it moves over to current day and she just is looking at the camera drinking something. And it's clearer than day that the woman has lost like 30 or 40 pounds. And you're like, it was fantastic.
Well, and her skin looked great and she was glowing. Like you could see there was a transformation for sure.
Right.
Super cool, Nicole.
You can do a 3-minute reel on Facebook right now. So basically, if you have something already created and you share it like on Instagram and it's connected to Facebook, it will just fall over.
Some people can. I
you still
cannot. I
minutes? You still
cannot.
have- Oh Lord.
Accounts. I had it forever and then they just took it away from me. So just like test it out and see if they cut it off or not. But
Yeah.
hopefully they
So
don't.
rule of thumb, 1 minute and 30 seconds, right? Second
Second
place.
place, Ruth Johnson, $75. Congratulations, Ruth. Good job.
Way to show up, Ruth. You are very precise, and and it looks like you're working on your editing skills. You can get that video. I'm just going to give you some tips. Get that video tighter. There's something a lot of you may not know, and that is dead air jacks with the algorithm just a little bit. So you never want a lot of space. So like if you're talking, right? And then because I see this happen a lot. You share an idea, and then I see you go in to stop the video.
Oh,
And then I see you start the video. And then you start talking again. Clean that up, get it really tight. And the only way you can do that is practice. You can use Splice, you can use CapCut. Those are free versions. I don't know what I would do without those apps because I get my content super tight, super clean, no breaks. And again, that will just come over time. But fantastic display, Ruth. I understood you. You conveyed your message properly. Great call to action, great hook. Loved it. And great, clear, guys, clear picture, bright light, nice background. Okay, that's important because people can get distracted by things happening in the background or noise. And algorithm will pick that up and not push your video out. So just be aware of those things.
Yeah, I really liked her hook. And the only thing is I found the captions a little distracting, Ruth, because they're kind of right over your forehead and your hairline. But the background is really kind of busy. So I get that you couldn't put them anywhere else, but you can just lift them a little bit higher so they're just above if you make your space so that you can put them above your head if you're going to do that, it's probably just a little better. I'm nitpicking because it's great, but this is how we roll. But if you either can put them above your head or go up higher in the frame and put them at chest level, because usually if you put them over your shirt, they're a lot more easy to read. Or you can put the colored background behind them to make them easier to read, and then you can make them a little smaller and push them wherever they fit. But that was a nitpicky thing that I noticed. And the other thing is for all of you, if you're going to use CapCut to edit your videos, please delete that little black bit at the end of the video where they add their logo. When you're done editing, just scroll to the end, click on it and delete, and it won't be there when you post. You don't want that. It kind of really takes people out of the moment when they see that. So again, super nitpicking. It's not going to affect your video overall. Ruth, you did a great job. I just thought I would add that. And first place, 100 buckaroos out of our pocket. I love giving people money. Teresa Norwood Kenny. Woo woo! Congratulations. She was watchable. She was super watchable.
She was super watchable, Teresa. You were watchable. I loved it. Great smile, great energy, clear screen, great lighting, great content. It was just good. I mean, overall, you had everything that we wanted you to do. You had it down, you followed directions, and it was a very watchable video. I would have followed through.
For sure. If I was going to be nitpicky, because that's my role here, I just felt that it could have been a little bit more succinct. Like it was a little bit long-ish. And I think if you can say things with just a fewer words, it will do even better. But again, super nitpicky because it's really great. You did a great job.
It's interesting that you said that because I read in the comments that Teresa said she was trying to get it all in because she was trying to get it under 130, right? So just think of your language, because we can have caveman language on some things. Like there are so many times that when we go through a video, Stacey and I do this all the time. We will look at a video that we created and we'll laugh at ourselves because we're redundant. We repeat ourselves in the video and say the same thing in a different way. And so cut that out. If it's not important, it's necessary. How do you say it, Stacey? If it's not necessary to have it, it's necessary. Say it. I'm messing it up.
Not necessary for it to be there. It's necessary that it's not.
Exactly. So if it's going to convey the same message and invoke the same emotion, remove some of the things that you think is important. Think about what they need to hear.
Yeah. You have to become really ruthless, and it's difficult because Nicole and I are both super windy people. We're so long-winded, it's not funny, and we like to chat. But when you're making videos, I will look at my finished video in the editing app and I will cut and destroy. I'm like, this is unnecessary, gone. And I will take out like 40 seconds and just turf it. And it might be like a whole idea that I was sharing in the video. And then I just thought, you know what? The video is about this. This idea should be a separate video.
I did that last
Just
night.
get rid of it.
Did it last night.
Yeah.
I cut out a minute and a half. It was going to be a 2-minute and 30-second video. And then I'm like, why am I sharing this second idea? This needs to be another video.
Yeah, exactly. We have a tendency to want to share so much of our goodness all the time. And so we end up repeating certain themes every time we do a video, when in fact, it's not necessary to do that. We can make different videos for different thoughts. And it's hard to remember that, but you will get better as you go. You'll become more ruthless. But I was, just very impressed with you, Teresa. I thought you were very watchable. So.
Yes. So if the 3 winners, if you would please reach out to support at Stacy and Nicole.com, support at stacyandnicole.com, and let us know your PayPal email. We'll get those prizes over to you today.
I have a slide that said that, but I don't know why I didn't show it.
That's okay. That's okay. It's support at stacyandnicole.com. And it's Stacy with
an I. Mom was a hippie. Anyway. I can't believe we're at the end of day 3 already. Like, this has been a whirlwind. I love this workshop. We always have so much fun.
absolutely.
Super hope you guys got massive value. For those of you who are moving ahead with SOS 60, awesome. We can't wait to, just watch you go through that, help you out. We're super excited for you. You're going to crush it. You're going to be a better marketer than 90% of the people out there, for sure. For those of you who've decided not to, please, I hope that you take all the goodness that you got out of this workshop, all the, the worksheets, templates, everything, and really work it. If you do these power posts and you routinely make sure you have something pinned on all your social media profiles and you start getting those leads coming in, work those leads, you're going to get way better results. You just are. Please stick with it. We believe in you. We're so grateful that you were here. And, we hope that you got a ton of value. My computer.
Yeah. Also, if you feel like you need some coaching, then definitely reach out to support at stacyandnicole.com. We'll get you hooked up, and Lee and Amy can tell you a little bit more about what they do.
Yeah. And we're going to put up a post in the group where you guys can weigh in and share some of your insights and breakthroughs and, all the things. We always like to get that feedback from you. And so look out for that. And, we hope to see you on the next thing. Keep you around the campfire. Okay. We'll be seeing the VIPs in about 10 minutes time, I guess. Have a good one, guys. Bye for now.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.